Why do people still believe in Sen this much? I mean, I believe in Cloud9, so don't ask me. I feel like I'm digging myself a bigger hole than these Sen fans have. Basically, the answer is blind faith. Is Cena's biggest issue lack of firepower? I mean, kind of, in this game at least. It felt like Penny was getting diffed a lot in the 1v1s. If those 1v1s go their way instead, they're able to, you know, reposition themselves, play the advantages, and win rounds, but it didn't feel that way. Like, it did feel like it was a little bit of a diff. But that's not always the case. They do have, like, shooters on this team. Celsius's IGL has no type of depth. Is that something that comes with time? Yes, but also, I don't even blame his IGLing for that loss. Like, the perfect example is that round right there, where they were walking Art with 36 seconds left. The plan, I guarantee you, was to fake an A exec, tap the bomb, because they were afraid of A main. They can't re-clear A main with that little time, like, efficiently, and then go back to B. That guy walked right into Zeppa's hands, which is exactly what they wanted, and he missed the shot. Also, the other thing about Jordan, like, I'm not trying to, like, cope or defend. I'm just giving you an IGL's perspective. It is really hard when you're down 4v5 every round. Like, there were many rounds, gun rounds, where Penny's getting picked off very early. Someone's getting picked off very early, with no possibility of a trade. Not only do you lose that player, you also lose the entire area that player was holding, so map control. And then you have to, as an in-game leader or as a player on the team, compensate for that. So I'm not going to blame IGLing for that, whatever we just witnessed. That is just, they played bad, straight up. Like, altogether, they just played bad. They gave up too many advantages. When they had advantages, they didn't take advantage of it. It was just bad. Lev just owned them. Legit IGL fault then, LOL. I feel like you have a peanut for a brain, man. Like, negative critical thinking skills. Like, just none. The IGL should tell Penny not to swing that much. Yeah, tell a player that's obviously lacking in confidence because he's missing fights that he needs to start playing like a big... Yeah. Do you think C9 needs Demon 1 back? Look, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna... make a campaign against someone getting cut, yeah. I just can't do it. Like, I just can't do it. I already know the guy probably feels like me adding to that is just AIDS. It's not worth it from a conscience perspective. Like, I understand the arguments. Like, I understand the arguments for keeping Penny because he has shown really good level. And I also understand the arguments of having Demon 1. It just depends on what the team... The reason I am not able to say this isn't just because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. The reason I'm not able to, like, speculate on who should get cut and who shouldn't is because it really does matter, like, what that player brings to the team outside of their fragging. If he's an insane calmer, if he can come back in, like, next map and just start frying, like, he's mentally, like, ready for tier 1, it's different. Like, we don't know a lot of things, the intangibles. We just don't know what this player, like, brings outside of just killing people. So because of that, for me to sit here and be like, okay, Penny needs to go, you know, it's such a, like, a random statement with very little info to back anything up. So that's the other reason why. All I heard is Penny needs to go. Okay. The reason I understand the Demon 1 argument is because there are certain players, when they're on the market, you don't want to risk losing them to another team and not taking them. Like, that's how good he is. You said that about Vic and Marv replacing NB players yesterday. Honestly, I have limits. They lost to an assistant coach, and I didn't name a player that needs to get cut on NB. If they drop everyone besides Oxy and Vic, who would you pick up from other teams? I'm taking Vic, I'm taking Demon 1 or Ye. I'm not trolling, but I'm doing it with the expectation that they want to win. Like, they are locked in, they're going to play 8 to 10 hours a day. Maximum, like, locked in. No joke. Listen, this is a complete hypothetical. I'm not saying this should happen, but if they do make changes, you can have Victor Wong as your duelist, right? You're running in, dying kind of duelist, making space duelist, which frees up Oxy to be the secondary, right? And then you have either Demon 1 or Ye. Actually, if you keep Vic, nah, you would need, like, a direct replacement. Not Ye then. What about Demon 1? Because Jake hasn't been playing. So, ooh, Inspire could be a good pick up too. Like, this is a hypothetical. Like, this is like if they just blow the season, like the season's just gone. Because if this season is just really bad for Cloud9 and they get knocked out in groups, 100% there are changes going to be made. Like, it's just how it is. That's just how esports is. Demon One looked at his best post EG on C9. That's not true, but I mean, I see what you're saying. He would be good. Obviously not his best, but I get where you're coming from. Your overall statement doesn't make any sense, but I see what you're saying. I can't believe Envy versus Loud was more entertaining. I actually can't believe that. I can't even understate how hard they just got on. They actually just got talked. It felt, I'm not kidding, like they wasted Lev's time. And by association, also our own. And their own. Alright, let's look at these banger-ass stats. Not that it matters. In these situations, it doesn't even matter how bad someone played. Like right now, Penny could be minus 30. It would have made a zero difference. These guys literally 5-man diffed them. Couldn't even get to 13 in 2 maps combined. I mean, who else do they have to play? Envy, I mean, surely that's a confidence boost there. Unless Envy locks in and just shits on them as well. Like, there's no way Extra has another one of those weeks. So Envy will be harder to play than they were yesterday. MIBR, it's just chalk that up to a full L. Can they win a game? I thought this was like a playoff disease. The disease has spread to the regular season. I mean, Lev looked phenomenal. I'm not even gonna lie. That was clean. All the executes are clean. The rotates are good. Proactivity on defense. They got all the check marks from me. C9 said in their podcast they thought they were in America's behind G2 and NRG. Is it good to be that delusional, or does it help in some way? Yeah. I mean, you have to think you're good. This is just rough. It's a rough history, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this team anymore. Okay, but jokes apart, if you were a coach in the position of Cloud9, what do you say after this? It's very, very difficult to like pinpoint one problem because there were so many. I just throw out the whole playbook and start from scratch and keep it very simple for the rest of the split because I feel like the team needs something fresh because obviously mentally they're so that's what I would do. I don't want to like, you know, put oil in the fire and just talk about the same things everyone else is talking about, which is save Oxy, cut this guy, cut that guy, because it's a feeling for them already. Like, these players feel like dog right now. But it's also hard to not just give my opinion when, like, in these positions. Do you know what I mean? They're very conflicted. We get it, and so do they. They are good individually, not together. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. They are really good players individually, but you need way more than that. You need levels. There's, like, actual levels to this. You just don't have it. And the problem with games like that is like there are so many areas to improve on and negative, like no positives whatsoever. So it's like, what do you even focus on during practice? You know what I mean? There's a million things. That's why I'm saying you just throw out the entire strat book and start from scratch and you pray that it works out. Think about it. It will Inspire improve Envy or C9 if he joins the next stage. I mean, Inspire is just a good player, a solid player that would like be good for those teams. But there's a reason he got replaced and we don't know what that reason is. He was the best player on Envy and he got replaced. Why? I'm surprised the C9 CEO isn't tilted. Well, we don't know how tilted they are. Oxy going back to G2 would be insane for him. That's a championship team. Not wrong. That would be an absurd addition. But Baby's playing well, so it's sad if he does get replaced. Oxy Jaw running into our site. Our site down, what are you doing? I mean, I agree. That would be an insane addition. I mean, next year, what's obvious is Oxy will definitely be on a top team. That's clear. He signed a long-ass contract. Yeah, there's no way they hold him to that contract though for 2027. There's just no way. I refuse. I refuse to just, if he wants to leave and he's been so loyal to the team, I feel like they're not going to just max buyout. It's not going to be a max buyout. There will be a buyout on him, but it won't be like absurd. I don't know. It's C9 though. I mean, maybe if they want to like make back the money they've lost in salaries and not attending events at all, they could him, but I feel like they won't him because that's terrible PR if they just lock him like that with like a $1 or $2 million buyout, and that's assuming that Cloud9 just bombs, you know, like there's just no improvement, which there will be improvement. It's just like the situation Cloud9 is in is exactly the situation we were in when we were 1-3 in 2023 at the beginning. Like, I know what's going on in that prac room, you know what I mean, or at least I have a good idea, and I think the best course of action for them is truly to just go back to the basics. That's it. Start from scratch. I know it's risky, but you have nothing more to lose. Like, you've already just, this is bad. What do you think about Envy versus Cloud9? Feels like Furia versus 2G? Nah, chill.